Seems the hideaway is
blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your soul. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as play...
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. So, what's...
A fried mortress of skywort. Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates, and if he does, I'll see if I can find...
You do that. Lest we...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scale. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight and short. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, which almost certainly means they had...
Perhaps a visit from...
I think I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they were in the atrium when I last saw...
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind.
Ah, Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favourites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to...
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm lip.
Ah, so the fabled Saint-Brecois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never failed to make my mouth... Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icons. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern.
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance. A herb, I gather, that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that's...
Meaning that if I find one, I find the...
And do save me a bite once the dish is...
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Is that all?
Do you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, fancy silk stained red.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a... Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not... I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never give your tongue a lash.
Don't worry.
You'll let me know what she's...
Of course.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't...
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Michelle.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
Oh,
And just how long hasn't it?
We're sorry.
but we didn't break them. We dismembered.
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Midadol. And why would she...
Because that's the only way to become a...
Miss Middledore said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart.
Well, then your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Middledor's. Every piece has its own role to play, and each, if even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one?
I have. Miss Middledor's dungeon is full of them.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin around.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody...
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the piece...
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wing. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Ah.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers.
That's right. We're Miss Middledor's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my...
Thankfully, she won't. This might even have been her idea, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy... I shall see that the children are properly...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none to, but that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her... She's working to give them a better life. And so should I.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Lady Karen,
Not nearly as foul.
you're doing good trade then. Both.
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could lie, but that woman is no more. And you know...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did you...
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they might, along with some other things, that made her feeling. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted...
Oh, I knew Nan wasn't caught. But why would people say she was?
No. But people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to find that trader. He said they were all talking about... So that's where I'm going. I'll find...
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. Well, that's why you'll be... I'll find out who's been making up lies about Poe and Anne.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be in Martha's rat?
How are you doing? Here you go. Think you can help?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. You earned this. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with. A hard time.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps. Like the gentlemen of the League of Merchants.
Fuck! The finest sell swords.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords. And who will they all turn to keep? Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here.
here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that. Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in...
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running the...
Good question.
And I'll visit this store.
All right.
You too, Goots.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps. What a mess. Where do we even start?
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death? or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to you. Weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to...
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word...
Lord!
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't... Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goose, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little riv, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into it. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've...
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for you. Well, reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go...
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the... Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the rent. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, and to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the but then one day I met a man who made me a difference. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you...
Aye. And I felt right into... He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking... And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except... Told me about his plan to topple the Mother Crystal. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the land. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest gem in the... And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient blood. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, but I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than...
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to. Still alive, are you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Is that all?
For making this town a welcoming place.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars. This area, after all, a born survivor.
My lord Marquis, it is you? Then I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of the subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable. The gears of governance have ground to a halt. And with the realm threatens. Your lord uncle, however, believe...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues.
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times, even that may not prove...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapping around.
Anything I can interest you in? My thanks. Go with Gilbert.
Good girl.
Faster!
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't...
Oh, you're more than... He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
This one! I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republic now.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe this...
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawless...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down, but those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagine. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin per...
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at North Regency. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Faster!
What happened here?
If you're with the... They've already relieved me.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Aria...
Of the 7 High Houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me...
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the...
Thank you. I shall.
Good girl. They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours,
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the ducal...
It's just Clive. And I'm fine, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send... There are few hands left to work the fields. And even the market stalls are nearly bare. And the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of...
Of course, I shall return to Northreach, but allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Pistolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his... I see you're still here.
The rest's location affords a Speaking of which, I received word from both...
I only happened to be in the right place at the right... They both seem to think the realm's prospects were...
I am afraid that Grim Storm is in crisis. And we must work together.
As it is mine.